Hello, Hornets. Thank you for joining me. I'm responding with regards to a couple of questions that were asked regarding the Conics worksheet and the pretest that I gave. Excuse me. These were questions numbers 16 and question number 20. Now, I have this on the screen right here, and you'll notice I've made a correction for number 16. So you'll want to check that, and I'm going to do that with you right now. So we're going to take a look at number 16 and see how we work with the eccentricity and how things can be reduced and how do we find the value that was reduced. So we're going to start off. You'll notice we have eccentricity, but it's the two foci that I'm going to draw. I know this is an ellipse, so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to put these 2 points, I'm going to put a center directly in the middle. This point being 8 comma negative 8 plus 4 root 6. And this point down here, 8 comma negative 8 minus 4 root 6, identifies that our center has to be 8 comma negative 8, as we are moving to C at a rate of, or a value of 4 root 6. Alrighty, so we currently now have our h, our k, and if we want, we can find our c squared, which is going to be the square root, or the square of this, and that comes out to be 96. Okay? Now, the eccentricity, I can now sit here and say, all right, if e is 2 root 6 divided by 7. Notice that's what they've given us right there. I'm going to set this equal to my 4 root 6 and look at it and say, well, what had to be reduced? You notice there's a 2 missing. So if I put a 2 here, I'm going to multiply this by 14. And I now know a squared has to be 196. And since a squared minus b squared has to equal c squared, 196 minus 100 would then give me 96. I can now write my answer using my h and k. And I have now x minus 8, the quantity squared, divided by 100. I think I have those backward. And then we have our plus. We're looking at y plus 8, the quantity squared, divided by 196 is equal to 1. And there's our answer. Now, once again, I will be changing that momentarily so that no one has to worry about this, and you can all see what the correct answer is, as well as how we arrived at it. All right, let's go ahead, and we're going to take a look at number 20 next. Again, let's just take a look at that. Here's our answer. And we're now looking at number 20. Now, number 20 is all about drawing our picture as best we can with the information they've given me. I've got 2 foci. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to plot the foci as a hyperbola. So that means I've got a point here. The center is right in the middle. And then inside. And now we can look at this as our C value. And our C value on each side, one's adding and one's subtracting. So this is 3 root 13. This is negative 3 root 13. And my center I can now clearly see. Once again, just put our points in. We've got negative 2, negative 3 root 13, comma, negative 1. This will get in the way in a minute, but I'm done. I really rather have you see it. And now when I'm looking at this, I can see that I'm along the axis. This is our transverse axis that we have going around here. And keep in mind, this is where our box is, right? Longer than it is higher. All right, so here's our center with all this information put in, just like we did. Our center has to be -2, -1. All right. Well, so far so good. Now notice they did give us one more piece of information. They gave us the asymptotes. And therefore from the center I have a rise over a run. So from the center I'm going a rise of 2. And then I'm going a run of 3. Now that means that I'm sitting here going, oh, okay. So I have a squared, let's see, plus b squared equals c squared, right? But wait a minute, things could have been reduced in this fraction here. So let's just think about that. That means that I could have some constant, k squared a squared plus k squared b squared is really equal to c squared, because the fraction has been reduced. Well, what's my c squared? C squared turns out to be 117. And we have our a, which was 3, so that's going to be 9k squared. We have our b, which is 2, so that's going to give me 4k squared equals 117. That's 13k squared equals 117. That means k squared, when I divide, is equal to 9. And so whereas I was looking at this being my denominator, a squared and b squared, in a hyperbola, I'm now changing that. It's now going to be the k squared a squared, k squared b squared. And that means I have 9 times 9 is 81. And then I have my b squared, and that's going to give me that, 4 times 9 is 36. Once again, it's a horizontal transverse axis, so I know my x comes first. So x plus 2, the quantity squared, and y plus 1, the quantity squared, equals 1. And there is my answer to number 20 and number 16. Thank you very much, Hornets. I hope this helps. Please be well and take care. And I was very pleased that I was able to make another video. So I hope to make another one shortly on parametrics. Thank you very much. Cheers.